Ciao ragazzi. I'm back. 2-week hiatus in Sicilia, Italia. What a time. And I'm going to recap my trip. And I'm going to recap it with the person I experienced the trip with. The one and only. Your favorite dietitian's favorite dietitian. Dietitian Phyllis. Welcome back. What is this, your fifth time here?
Thank you.
You've been on the show a lot.
I have. This is basically my show.
Yeah, well, welcome back. The people love you. I love you.
I'm basically the favorite co-host.
Could
I
be.
mean, I didn't say that myself. It's
Could
just
be.
the feedback we've gotten back from the crowd.
Right. From the crowd.
All
they're
my
going
fans.
crazy.
All my fans love when I'm here.
So, welcome back to the United States of America.
Thank you.
This great country.
It's great. It's something.
It's something for sure. I'm a little nasally. I'm going to...
Vito brought back COVID from Sicilia.
Our aunt was
Zia
abused.
Sara.
Shout out to Zia Sara. She was abused.
Good morning.
Good morning. She was abusing the air condition. And
My girl was hot.
and it was getting me. That's what this is. This isn't anything else, but
She was hot. So she would turn on the air condition, and then my brother would
Turn it off.
immediately turn it off as soon as she left the room. And so, we're like temperature people. We get sick when the temperature changes.
Right.
So it's very hot in
Italy.
Sicilia.
let's just
And
call it
then it's-
Sicily for the people that are listening.
Very cold inside the... Well, actually, it's a luxury if you have air conditioning. So we were lucky.
True.
We should appreciate.
I am appreciative, but also I
Doesn't
wasn't
sound
appreciative
really.
of 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock every morning, being woken up with footsteps, pots and pans banging around.
Yeah, like how you're not supposed to bang. Number one rule of being on Vibrations with Vito is don't bang on the table.
Right.
But Zia Sara is waking up and she's in the kitchen and she's like,
Everything.
and she's running down the hallway.
Her loud ass sandals flip flopping.
And then as soon as she would see like our heads pop up, she'd be like, good morning.
No English spoken, but a few things. So when she would say good morning, it was the funniest thing.
Actually, you know what? Let's play it.
Yeah, we should.
This is Zia Sara's first cameo on Vibrations with Vito.
True indeed.
She's famous.
Good morning. Good morning.
The best.
Excuse me.
And her husband,
Oh my
the one and
God.
only Zio Giacomo, shout out to him. Almost every day, he'd be like, just call my name. Hey. I'd go, what's up, Zio? Fuck you. Okay.
Great. Thank you. Love you too.
Ooh. Let's get to the pour. Haven't done this in quite a while. This is episode 71.
Wow.
Yeah. Good start,
Oh, our wine. It's called Pizza Night. We don't have I don't think it's a brand, but it's Pizza Night. It is an Italian wine, so it's only
Veneto, Italy, it says.
Venuto. No, I'm kidding.
Veneto, Veneto.
Yeah.
All right. Put your volume up. Boom.
Beautiful.
For you. That was for Andrea Loduca. Enza Loduca's brother. He said he loves the pour.
Oh, he loves the pour.
That's for you. He said, that's so fucking crazy how you do it every time.
It's a red blend for if you're only listening. It's a red blend, and we're gonna tell you if it's good or not. But cheers
Salud.
to you.
It's all right.
It's a little dry. It is a Merlot, I believe.
Yeah.
It says something about it.
It's a classic Merlot with hints of plum, cherry fruit, and Corvina grape.
Okay.
Sure.
If Vito can read.
So she said only if you're just listening. So if you are just listening, you don't know that I don't have my glasses on, my usual sunglasses. And I want to take this time to say that my sister here to the left of me owes me a pair of sunglasses.
What? He's out of his mind.
Yeah.
Crazy.
My Ray-Bans are at the bottom of the Mediterranean Sea. And,
Delusional.
Delusional?
I wasn't anything. I was not the
You
reason.
forced me to go. That led me to lose them. So, You owe me a pair.
Okay, well, this is false, and I am not buying you a pair of Ray-Bans. Let me just tell the crowd, this is his second pair of Ray-Bans that
True
he's
indeed.
lost. So, you know
First
what?
pair got stolen. Second fell off my head into the bottom of the Mediterranean Sea.
Here's what I'm going to tell you. David Greshamy.
Which means grow
Grow
up.
up. Dude, grow up. You know, get your life together.
Damn.
Okay? So
Every time this is why I don't like when you come on, because you always start talking shit. Everybody loves you. I don't. It's always like, come at Vito on the Vibration Show. Anyway.
Well, listen, the crowd loves it, so I'm going to keep it going.
Hold on, let's paint the picture. So this is the last day. I feel
It's Wednesday.
awful.
We left Sicily on a Thursday morning. So it's Wednesday. We had a boat at
3 o'clock.
3:00. So there's supposed to be 16 people. 3 or 4 people already backed out. So if you're the boat guys and you're expecting to get all this money for this boat, right?
Wasn't it already paid for in advance, though?
No, it wasn't. It was not.
All right.
Anyway, it wasn't me who said that you had to come. I repeated it, but Lucia said it. That I feel bad that Vito doesn't feel good, but he can't. He has to come now.
So I'm sleeping on the couch in the living room.
He's thinking like he's going through the day like, yeah, you know,
I'm about to rest today. I feel like shit.
It's a rest day. I don't have to go to this boat.
Right.
And I was like, get your ass.
Right. I'm like, what do you mean? You're like, we're going now. I'm like, going where? Like on the boat. I was like, I feel like shit. I'm not going on the boat. Lo and behold, I went on the boat, and the Ray-Bans fell off my head. So let me just paint the picture. So I'm sitting there looking off into the Mediterranean Sea. Got my legs over the boat. Feeling great. I'm eating a sandwich. It's tomato, olive oil on some nice bread.
And cheese. Wasn't
There was
there
cheese
in there?
Okay.
I don't
Cheese as well.
remember.
Me neither. I thought it was just a tomato and the olive oil. Anyway, I hear my name, Vay. I turn. I guess I turned my head too quick. Little shake of the head. My glasses fall off into the water, and I watched them like Jack falling into the depths of the ocean, and I was Rose, and I see Jack disappear. I had plenty of time to jump off into the boat and grab them, and I did it.
What did he do? He stared at them, and
I
then
did it.
he had the audacity to be upset the rest of the boat ride.
The audacity. Anyway, what I wanted to say is I don't know what to call them, the two
The
captains.
boat guys, yeah, the drivers,
Both put on
the
scuba gear.
captains, yeah.
And they went looking for my glasses, and I was like, oh, this is just too much. Like, I appreciate the offer. You guys are super nice.
Yeah, they
But-
literally jumped into the water and were searching for these.
And they were like, you sure they're all black? And I'm like, yeah, they're all black. You're not going to find them. They're at the bottom.
It was like maybe 10 feet deep, so.
Not 10 feet.
Less?
More.
No, it wasn't. It
Where
was
we were
10
parked?
feet. Yes.
Anyway.
They're not going to take us somewhere where there could potentially be a black hole and you
A black hole. We're in outer space now.
you get swallowed in the. What did you say about Lucy?
A what?
Lucy?
Oh, the evils of Lucy.
Yeah.
And she was like, who's Lucy? And I go, Lucifer.
Who's ever heard this reference before? This is going to be a question.
Okay.
A question you
Has
post on Instagram.
Has anybody ever heard of the term, the evils of Lucy? So what I was painting the picture is that when you are in the water, everything below you is the evils of Lucy because you don't know what is down there, who is down there, whose Ray-Bans are down there.
Yeah,
None of
you
that.
know how much money and
Probably down there.
and valuable
Treasure.
Kim Kardashian lost a wedding ring.
And I
in
lost
one
a
of
pair of
these
Ray-Bans.
Oceans, didn't she?
Yeah, she did.
And then they were like, "People are dying, Kim."
I didn't, that was terrible. There was, the big part that played in me not going down there. There's so many fish.
There were a lot of fish.
So many fish. And I'm like, something else, something bigger is here too.
No, but I guess there wouldn't be any fish if there was something bigger.
I don't know, but I didn't like it. There was too many fish. They were throwing little pieces of bread. And they were mauling these pieces of bread.
They were hungry.
Yeah. They probably followed these boats for a reason. They were like, oh, they're going to throw food at some
Throw
point.
that at me.
We saw jellyfish in the water.
I did not.
I did.
And he didn't have his glasses on, so do I
saw-
trust your eyes?
I didn't want you to get stung. I should have let you just walk in front of it, and then you would have believed me that.
Okay, and a jellyfish in Italian is called a medusa.
Right. And I kept thinking Medusa, the lady with all the snakes as
Well,
hair.
she's got lots of tentacles.
It makes a lot of sense. What's the squala? Squala is a term for
a
shark. Yeah, so I kept asking every time, any squala?
So I guess they were saying like, well, here's what I was told. It's equal to how many sharks you would find in New York. And I'm thinking that these people thought that there weren't just 5 people this summer bit by sharks in New York. So I was like, that's a lot.
Yeah. 4 too many. 5 too many.
But I do think it is rare for sharks to be in the Mediterranean Sea. Specifically,
The Mediterranean Sea.
Where we're at is called the Tyrrhenian Sea. The body of water that touches Palermo, the west side of Sicily, is it's the north and the west side of Sicily. But it's the Tyrrhenian Sea that is part of the Mediterranean Sea.
All I know is any body of water is a playground.
Yeah, and the water is
any
warm.
shark.
Isn't that what they like? Warm water?
I thought they didn't like warm water, but I'm not a shark expert. Neither are you. Either way, any
They don't? I
ocean.
thought that's why they're like near Africa. Isn't the water warm?
Boo.
You're more.
That's a universal Italian language. Anywhere you go, boo means I don't know.
I don't know.
What you're talking boo. B-O-H? Is that how you would spell it? Boo.
Yeah. Wait, what's the weather outside?
Boo. it's great.
Are there sharks in Sicily?
Yes. Overall, did you enjoy your experience?
I had a great trip. Yes, I had a great time. 1 to 10. I give it
9.7.
Yeah, I was gonna say 9.5.
9.7.
We're losing the half because, man, there were specifically 2 days I was just way too, 2 days I was way too exhausted.
We're washed up. We're both old.
I was the oldest one.
She's old, and I was the second oldest one most of the time.
Yeah, so my concerns before this trip were that all of our cousins are
Young.
early 20s. And I am a crisp
78.
35.
Oh.
Fuck you.
Sorry.
Fuck you.
Fuck you, Vito. She's 35. I'm 25. But listen, I'm washed up. I've said it so many times in the show. And you put me out in the hot sun every day, I'm going to get a little lazy. I don't want to do this. I don't want to do that. I was content with just soaking in the sun and getting some color. That's what I want to say. My skin is dark. My teeth are bright.
He's got this nice olive tone to him.
Olive.
He's never. Yes.
Olives look like this? They're green.
Dog, look it up.
Olives green?
The guy who also thought white peaches were only a Sicilian thing.
Well, they're very common in Sicily.
So are they? They are here
All right.
too.
All right. Well, you bought them today, so we'll see. I'll let
So
you know.
here's what. We're eating peaches every day in Sicily, and my brother goes, "We don't have white peaches in America." And
I should have prefaced the statement and said they're not as common. But
No.
my sister is a dietitian.
I said to everybody, you can tell this guy doesn't go to the supermarket
so
because we do have white
make sure you
peaches.
subscribe to YouTube.
Yeah.
Got some new subscribers out there for sure. Shout out to everybody who subscribed.
Shout out to everybody who listens, likes, reviews, subscribes, shares it on your story. I mean, you're the man. We love you. Keep doing what you're doing.
Or the woman.
You're the it.
You're the
or the
it.
they.
The they.
You're the they.
You're the them of all of them.
And we love you.
We do love you. So yeah, I also really enjoyed the whole experience. Great trip. First trip without our
First trip,
parents.
brother-sister trip.
Yeah.
Dude, we didn't kill each other.
We did not. She's still here.
We had a few arguments.
Right.
But very brief. We just had to get it out, and then that was it. Move on, and we're cool again.
I think I'm starting to figure it out. Like when you
Actually,
really piss
I don't know, because then I would be like, I have never felt so I don't want to say insecure, but you know when you have to ask someone like, "Are you mad at me?" How many times did I ask?
A lot. And then I
Are
kind of
you
was.
still mad at me?
I was dealing with you, like when we would get into that phase. That I was just, well, let me just not talk to her.
That's what he does when he's mad at me. Just is silent.
It'll pass over, and
I'm over it, and I'm like, how come he's not talking to me? And
because
he's
she
still-
just says things, and then she just like, oh, that's not gonna affect him, and then it pisses me off. She pokes the bear until the bear roars, and
Okay,
then this is the best part. She doesn't understand why the bear would roar.
But I'm like, okay, well then get over it. It's not that big of a deal.
Right. What would you say? Go. What's the first word?
Davi Greshite.
Grow up. Okay.
Ensa Loduca, shout out to you
Shout out
because
to
you were the
Ensa.
one who told us how to say that. That was like beginning of the trip. That was like I kept saying it and I'm like, how would this translate to Italian?
Right.
Like to be able to say this. So you would say grow up in English, but then you're saying in Italian, you have to grow up.
Right.
Basically.
Doesn't always translate the way you want it to translate.
Similarly, yeah.
Right. But yeah. So we didn't fight too much. No physical. It's never physical. If it ever gets physical, I'll kill her. But it's all verbal, and we keep it like that.
We have to include the domestic violence thing at the end of this episode.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. Nobody was hurt or harmed
we're all
in the
safe.
whole trip.
Yeah.
But so we spent 2 weeks there. Our family's from Carini, small town, and
In Palermo.
Yes, you're.
Palermo.
Pardon me. Palermo's the major city in Sicily, right? Yeah.
We're doing some Googling. So sorry for the...
Palermo is the capital
Thank
of the
you.
Italian island of Sicily.
Thank
All
you.
right.
I am so smart.
Okay. Well, I said the major city, and then you're like, is it? Again, you always... If I
You're
say...
like the major city, but...
Listen. If I say
there's-
this is red wine, she'll be like...
Is it red? It looks kind of purple to
Right.
me.
And I'm like, she just never believes me. Never. Anywho.
Okay, well, it is the capital of Sicily. It is in the northern west
Yes.
side of Sicily.
Correct. Look at you. Geologist.
I have been
Geologist? Geographer.
geographer.
Sure.
Someone who specializes in geography.
Yes. That's how you say that. But yeah, so we spent some time in Palermo. I did some shopping there.
Shoppiare.
See.
We did some shoppiare. I don't know how to say
We'll
it.
get back to that topic of just shopping in a few minutes. But
Yeah.
so we spent some time in Palermo. We spent some time in Mondello, which is beautiful.
Yep.
We spent some time in Cefalù.
Cefalù.
That was beautiful as well. Every place is beautiful. There's beaches everywhere.
We spent a lot of time in Cinisi
Yes.
and also
Terracini.
Terracini. We probably spent most of our time there.
Terracini, yeah.
Also, if you were awake, the drive to
Favagnano. Oh.
Trapani,
Which is right.
where we
yeah.
got the ferry. So it was probably like an hour drive from where we were staying. So we went to another island called Favagnana, which, oh my God, beautiful. Highly recommend resting the 24 hours before that trip because it's going to be a long ass day.
Yes. So yeah, let's talk about that. So that was like highly anticipated the whole trip. They were like, this Sunday, whenever it was, we're gonna go to Favagnana.
Yeah. Oh,
Great.
yeah. It was the Sunday. So you take a ferry to get there. The ferry leaves at like 7. So we had to leave the house like
5.
we had to leave at 5. We probably didn't leave until 5:30. We had some technical difficulties with the team. We actually, because we were out with 20-year-olds, we were out partying the night before. So Saturday night we were out. We basically shut down the club. Haven't done that in quite a few years.
I don't think I've ever done that. Until
Okay, well, that used to be my
calling
typical
card.
Friday,
God.
Saturday. But I'm washed up now, like you said. Party
fine.
P is now Poopy P. But so Party P came out to play on Saturday.
Nice.
So we were out. I think the club closed around 3. And by the time we got home, it was around 4. So we were like, well, nobody's going to go to sleep because we have to leave. So
But
basically,
they told us we weren't going to go to sleep.
Yeah,
and
they
me and you were both like, we got to at least take an
they
hour or
prepped
2
us
hour
for this.
nap.
And I also was like, oh, well, maybe if we're not having a good time, someone will take us home.
Yeah,
But
okay. We had a blast.
Yeah, we had so much fun. So it's like, I don't know, rough.
Yeah, so Saturday night, well, I guess it was Sunday morning already.
Yeah, so it's
It was rough.
So some people in the group, you know, had too much and they were not moving so quickly.
Right.
And
You were looking at 2 babysitters here.
Yeah, but
You know.
but so they just slowed us down. It just slowed us down a little bit because we couldn't just like leave, you know. We had to take care of something.
True indeed.
But yeah, so then our car ride to Trapani
Was an hour.
yeah.
Right?
Yeah, like an hour, yeah. So then we got the ferry, which it seemed quick in the morning.
It was
But I
totally
also
different, I
think
felt
we
like.
stopped at another island before, because there's another island next to Favignana.
Yes, on the way there, they
Yeah.
made a stop to deliver something. Remember? There was people that just got off
Well,
delivering
people-
boxes.
Oh, yes, but also I thought people were getting off and on.
You
I'm
might
not
be,
sure.
You might be right. And then we went straight to
So it was kind of like, you know, you're on the bus and it's like the next bus stop, right?
the local
So-
stop.
So it seemed quick to do the morning trip to get to Favignana.
That one on the way back was so long.
Long, but there was no stops. We went straight from Favignana right back to Trapani.
Right.
So then,
Me and Phyllis are exhausted in the morning, right? Everyone else seemed to get some sort of sleep.
well, yes. People
Everyone
slept.
napped a little bit. And you and me were
We were like mom and dad. Like,
right,
is everyone accounted for?
real shit. And it was kind of annoying
Is everyone hydrated?
because I felt like if we weren't in that state where we were like, let's parent this mission, we might have not gone. Or we might have gone later and spent longer, you know what I mean? Like
We wouldn't have gone? No, you're on your own on this.
what? You don't think we would have, like, who else was getting the troops together?
Oh, wait. Oh, you're saying we wouldn't have made it.
Yes.
Yo, you made it sound like
Oh, like you.
we would have said, no, we can't go. We didn't
No.
sleep.
Oh, no, I didn't think we would have made it. I'm sorry. Excuse my
I
sentences here.
misinterpreted. I
Oh,
misinterpreted
good.
the delivery.
So, look, we get off to the island, and we...
Oh, well, 2 people did miss the ferry, but they were parking. It was like a passeggiata.
Passeggiata. We could not find a good passeggiata.
Yes.
So we were waiting, and then like four of us went on the first ferry, and the rest went on the second ferry.
No, 6 of us, because there were 8 people in total. 6 people got on, and the 2 people
5.
were left behind.
It was Sanvo's sister, me, you, Ivana, Antonino.
Antonino.
5.
And Desi.
Desi was with...
Oh, so it was 5 and 3.
Yeah.
Okay, never
So
mind.
5 people.
Desi stayed back.
Yeah. Good girl.
She's a nice.
She's great.
She's a
Everybody
nice
was
girl.
great. Everybody we had to deal with was
Everyone
great.
we met, oh my gosh. But everyone, okay, let me just, this is why Vito loves Sicily so much. Everyone freaking loves him. It's like, it could get annoying because he's like the, what's the right word? But I want to say he's the star of the show. Like, but anytime we go, everyone is just like, gravitates to him. He has like the best, I mean, you know, he has the best personality. So everyone gravitates to him. And then because we're like American, everyone's always like, what are the Americans doing?
Real shit. They obsess over
What
American
can the
culture.
Americans do?
I'm like, we don't have any culture. You guys have culture here. We just steal everybody else's culture.
No, that's not true. But,
No, you
you know. So yeah, like everyone that we met just like welcomed us. But they
Yes.
really love Vito.
They
Everyone
were-
really loves Vito.
They love you too. But you're right. Everyone we
I
met
think I'm like,
for the first time met. Like, hi, this is...
yeah.
Everybody was great.
Welcoming.
Yes.
Yeah. And then people on our last day wanted to make sure that they said bye to us
Which
before
is
we left. So
very
that
nice.
is like,
Yeah,
you know,
very nice.
people we just met. It's like, you know, Speciale.
Yes.
It was a really
9.7 out of 10.
Yeah, we met a lot of great people.
And I can't wait to, the next time we go, now we got more to talk about, and we'll brush up on our proper Italian. Hopefully they learn some English. It's so funny teaching them English. They want to know, oh, how would you say this in English?
Yeah.
And then they try to repeat it, and that's just the funny McDonald's.
Okay, there's one McDonald's. I don't know how many McDonald's are in Sicily, but there is a McDonald's in Carine. And
this one time we got it wasn't special, but it was so late in the night. But
it was
last
like 4
year,
a.m. the only thing that was open.
last year's McDonald's was great. The same spot, but it was great. I was like, this is the best McChicken I've ever
But I
had.
think, were we drunk?
That last time, no. Because we were with Sabrina, and I wasn't drunk.
I don't remember. It did.
She was drunk.
It did seem like it was.
McDonald's is, McDonald's is McDonald's.
Yeah.
But everything was closed at 4 o'clock in the morning. For some reason, we pulled up at a McDonald's.
Oh, who said? Someone was like, you should have just got breakfast.
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't think they do breakfast.
They don't. We'll get into that too. But let's finish Favagnana. So we get to Favagnana. We rent these electric bikes.
Yes.
So it was like a motor.
You can either do a Vespa or you rent these
or there was
motorized
regular bikes too. Thank God we didn't do the regular bikes.
Yeah, thank God. But they're motorized bicycles.
Yeah.
So
you pedal, but it's a little kick. They give you a little push as well.
So Favagnana, there's like different points, like different beaches. So we only did half of the island. And the easiest way to get around, because it's,
Walking would have been terrible.
walking, we would have never did it. We would have
Right.
picked one place. There was no way we could have went around the whole island. But so we took the bikes and we went one place. But the best way to get around is with like a little scooter or something. You wouldn't be driving. There's nowhere to park, so it's going to be hard to navigate with a car.
Right. It was great. That aspect was great. But we were so tired.
So tired. And literally the summers in Sicily, or I can only speak for Sicily because that's all I know. But there's no rain.
No.
There's absolutely no clouds in the sky.
None.
So the day when you're like kind of hungover, you didn't sleep, you're really tired, and you're like literally praying there would be a cloud in the sky.
Nope.
Nope, not a single cloud in the sky. The sun was just brutal.
Yeah. I think I got the most of my color was from that day.
Because you were forced to be
True indeed. But the only time I think I got any sleep besides on the ferry ride back, which is a funny video, was when it was just you and me on that last beach where we had the towels off to the side.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
We put like...
I slept like 30 minutes, but it was the best 30-minute nap of my life.
I think I slept an hour.
You did.
I put like I had a silk cover up on, and then I put it over my head, and we were like knocked out.
Yep.
Excuse
Truthfully.
me.
That was... I wish we went to bed Saturday night.
I know, because it was beautiful.
Yes.
It was a great time. That would have been...
You had a headache.
I had a headache.
You were
nothing I could have done was going to make the day better, because
Right. It was just sleep.
we were trying to drink water, make sure that we were hydrated, because now you're sweating with the bicycle.
Right.
You're in the sun. It was just rough. So a headache, didn't sleep, praying for some shade.
Clouds and nothing.
No shade at all. But beautiful island. The water was cold, so that was probably...
And here's the part where it pisses me off every time. We knew that the ferry left at 7 p.m. So the whole day, I'd be like, what time is it? They were like...
It was like the slowest day ever. It's
They're like, oh, it's 10:40. I'm like, oh my God.
And now it's 3 o'clock.
Right, we go to...
And now it's 3:15.
We leave the second beach, and it's 3 o'clock. And I'm like, we have another 4 hours? It's so hot. Another 4 hours.
You're supposed to be in the water, but also the one I wish I knew what exactly was, because Lucia did tell us, like, this is Cala Rosa, this is la la la,
Yeah,
this
remember.
is Cala Azura or something. I don't know, something. But I wish I remembered which one was which. But there was one that was like kind of like a cove like rocky.
Very rocky.
But the water was like freaking teal blue.
Yes.
And there were like spots of black because that was like the stones, like the actual like bottom of the ocean. But it was so freaking beautiful. Vito wouldn't get in the water because he was nervous.
It was just the waves were really rocky.
Oh yeah. The waves were rough. It was rough.
Rough. I meant to say not rocky. But you were watching you try to stay in there while these waves were coming in crazy.
I know. I was
funny.
standing on one rock and trying to I
submerged myself completely into the water.
Did you?
Yes, but I didn't get out to you guys. Like I was completely wet, and I was like, I need this at least.
Oh, I don't remember.
I'm dripping, sweating. Let's put some cold water all over myself.
Yeah.
Because where you guys all
Is that
jumped
when
up.
you were like, you're just splashing yourself?
I did sit on that rock, and it was like all up to here, and then I did that on my shoulders. So that's where they lost the key too, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was
God.
fucking
Lost
problem.
the key. And every person who had goggles, they were like, can you look for a key?
Yeah,
Like trying to find something in the ocean is very...
It could be a pair of Ray-Bans, could be a key to a bike. It could be
Yeah.
that was so stupid is that we didn't even fucking need the key.
I know,
Because the bike turned on.
Right.
Oh, anyway.
The keys were like, so any spot we went to, we locked up the bikes so that no one would steal them. I don't know what this key was for, but
Nobody
clearly
knows.
didn't need it, so all good.
Yeah. So that was that day. That was a great day, but also a very tiring, slow day.
Yeah. I wish we could have enjoyed it more, but it was beautiful. I'm happy we went.
Yeah. Good experience.
Had a great time.
Yes.
Very beautiful beaches.
Best ice cream in
Clear
the world.
water.
Best ice cream in the world is in Italia, in Sicily.
Oh, you're changing subject.
Changing subject. Nice transition.
Was it? Because
'cause
I'm
always
still talking about Favignana.
Right,
And he's
well,
like,
I'm thinking about ice
we
cream.
We didn't get gelato in Favignana.
We didn't. Best ice cream in the world. Because I'm thinking, you were saying the best, the clear water. Yeah, the water is so clear you could see all the way to the bottom.
Yeah.
And I'm just thinking about how
Like,
great
you
the
need
ice
to
cream
put
is.
Sicily on your bucket list.
Yes.
I think it's very underrated. And I feel like since White Lotus filmed in Sicily and people got to see how beautiful it is, I think a lot more people this year have started going. But truly, I think you should add it to the bucket list.
Speaking of bucket list, great transition. So while we're over there, posted something on the Vibrations Instagram.
Yeah, we
Some
wanted
polls.
some material to
Right.
talk about on this episode.
Right. So the one question is, what's your bucket list vacation spots? So we're both telling you Sicily. Put that on there.
Add it to your list.
Right. But so I want to ask you, give me 3. What is 3 bucket list places you want to go to? It could be in Sicily. Could be another country.
Okay.
Where do you want to go?
One place I keep this summer, I want to go to Taormina, which is in Sicily, but it's on the east side of the island. It's 3 hours away from where Palermo, where we usually go. I want to experience the east and south side of Sicily, so that would be something that I want to do. I have no idea about other places that I want to go to. Like other countries. I don't know, maybe Greece because it looks nice from everyone else's stories. I have no idea. But I also have places like in the US that I want to go to. Like I want to explore more of New England. Like I've never been to Boston. I did live in Connecticut for a year and I went to like brief trips to Rhode Island and parts of Massachusetts. But I would like to do like Vermont, Maine, more of Rhode Island, Boston.
Have you been to California?
No, and that's on my list.
That's the only place in the United States where I'm like, I really
You want to
want to go
to?
there next. You know?
I also like Florida, like Key
More-
West and stuff like that.
Right. Okay. I hear
Pretty beaches. Not like Jersey Shore shit.
Oh, right. That like kept telling all the people that we're meeting, they were like, oh, we want to come to
We
America.
want to come to America. When should we come? I'm like, don't come in the summer because...
It's a waste of time.
Yeah, I'm like, well, when you have this, don't come to the U.S. because I'm not going to take you to the Jersey Shore where the water is brown. Like, at least in New England, Rhode Island, when I went to the beach there, the water is like blue, like navy blue, like how you imagine oceans should look. right?
Yeah.
And then you get to New York and it's brown. So, yeah, I'm like, if you're going to come to America, I would say Christmas time, December is the best because everything is lit up for like the
Christmas.
holidays.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, the holidays. Let's keep it friendly
Yeah.
for everybody.
So, what's on your bucket list?
Okay, so Jamaica. I want to go
Okay.
to Jamaica.
Okay.
I want to go to Egypt so bad. People really don't understand that. I'm obsessed
Yeah,
with
but
the
why?
pyramids.
Oh, so
I'm
you're
obsessed
really
with the
into-
structure.
Oh, so we got a nerd alert.
Yes. I want to go to Egypt. I want to see early civilization technology. I really want to see that. And number 3, you know what? I'm going to say it. I want to go to Milan to watch Inter play. That's a bucket.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, I guess, yes, I would say Italy in general is
Yeah.
on the
Let's just-
bucket list.
So then,
Because we only
let's say that.
we fly to Rome and then we fly right to
Sicily.
So, and I said this last year. Okay, last year I said we both have time. Why don't we, on our trip back from Palermo to Rome, why don't we stay a few days, see Rome, and then fly back to the U.S.? But this little baby over here it wasn't part of the itinerary, so he can't be spontaneous. He doesn't
True.
know how to be spontaneous.
I don't. I'm a very schedule-based kind of guy. I like a formula, a
You
format.
can't go with the flow.
No, I don't like it. I guess I need to start. We had a nice little run doing that because you made me buy that shirt that I didn't want to buy.
Oh, another poll.
Right. Oh, yeah. Let's get back
Let's
to
go
these
through
polls.
the polls,
Let's
but
go. Right.
go to that one first.
Okay. So it said shop on vacation.
Do you like to shop on vacation? So what's the percentage of yes?
83% of the people said yes, love to shop on vacation. Mm-hmm. We did some shopping. Shoppiare.
We did some shopping.
Yeah, that's how they say shopping.
We went to Palermo. They have like a strip of all like the luxury stores, and then they have like there was like an H&M, a Zara. There's like Foot Locker there.
That was in a strip mall. Then they actually have like here's a building with 1 million stores in there, like
Yeah.
an actual your traditional.
Right. So they
mall.
have like a traditional mall, but this was like
strip mall.
yeah.
You said it best.
Yeah. And then there was like on 2 blocks. One was Gucci. The next block was Louis.
And
The
then
next corner
block-
was Prada.
Yeah.
That was like
It was fun to just walk in there and be like, wow, look at that. Wow. $3,200 for a purse. Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well,
Wow, that scarf. Sheesh. 5,000.
well, we went to Gucci and downstairs there was clothes. Me, Lucia, and Ziasada went downstairs to look at the clothes. And there was this one outfit in Gucci that was all like studded, like
Bedazzled.
diamonds. Yeah, it wasn't diamonds, but like something studded, whatever.
Silhouette. I don't fucking know the word.
And so Lucia was like, how much is this, just to be funny? And like one piece of it, because it was like a long sleeve but sheer, and like on it was all like, I can only think of how to say it in Italian, like brillante, like jewels.
Burlesque.
No, jewels.
Oh,
So
well, I
it was
heard
black.
Burlante.
No,
Okay, go ahead.
This guy needs to take Italian class.
Burlente sounds like burlesque. That's all I said.
Brillante.
Okay, but I said it sounds like.
Okay, well,
You
it's
said I need
jewels.
to take Italian. I said it sounds like burlesque. Anyway,
it
this is
means-
how we fight,
It
by the
means
way.
jewels. That's why I said you need to take Italian. So you
Anyway.
can learn what words
Anyway,
mean.
how much did the article close?
Okay, so it was 2-piece outfit, long pants, and then a long sleeve, but it's sheer. Okay, first piece, the top was like $3,000, and the pants were $5,000. So in total, around like $8,000 to buy this
Outfit.
one outfit.
One
yeah.
outfit.
And my aunt was like, "You would have to wear this every single day."
You literally. You learned a valuable lesson
So
that I want
before-
you to share with people that might want to shop in
So I
Europe.
might be like behind. I might be behind on knowing this information, but there's a podcast that I listened to where the girls were saying that when they go to Europe, they always buy something luxurious because it's going to be cheaper. So before I left, I messaged them and I said, like, sorry that I sound like a loser right now, but I'm blaming like that none of my friends travel international and no one knows this tip. But why I'm going to Sicily, and why would I buy something luxurious overseas? So something like Gucci or Prada, they are already made in Italy. So right then and there, it's going to be cheaper just because it's made in that country. Compared to in the US, it's imported, so the price is a little bit higher. And I confirmed this with my cousin Lucia, who she was on Gucci's website, but so it was the Italian version of the website. And then when I was on the website, it was the American US version. So we clicked on the same exact bag and looked at the price difference, and it was already like $500 cheaper from her website versus mine. So then when you are going to these luxury stores, you have to show your passport to show that you are not from the country. So when you're buying it, you're using your passport, and then they give you a form. It's called the VAT form. And what that is they just give you a percentage back of the taxes of what you bought the product for. So I did end up buying a luxury item. I'm not going to say what it was or how much.
Don't.
But
Big baller.
in total, I saved $1,000. So the VAT form is going to pay me back 11% of what I already paid. And what I had already paid was significantly cheaper than the price value in the US. So, honey, next time you're thinking about a luxury item, you better book your trip to Europe and then buy there. And then, so the person in the store that I bought from, I had asked, like, is this something that I need to do at the Rome airport, or can I do it in Palermo? And he's like, either one. If you have more time somewhere, do it there, because it could take some time. So if you look it up online, they do say that the person, like customs, is supposed to, I can't think of a better word than investigate, but your item has to be unused, and they need to physically look at the item,
Right.
At the airport.
Assure.
When
Reassure.
Yeah, to make sure that you're not buying this for someone else, or you're buying it cheaper, getting your money back, and then selling it, I guess, before you leave the country or something. I'm not sure why they have to look at it, but they do. So I had my cousin with me, who I felt like more secure with having her help me go through the process. And the Palermo airport is much smaller than Rome. So I was like, we have a little bit of time. Let's see if we can get this over with. So she helped me go through the process, which was like, you just have to fill out the form before you get to this one
kiosk.
Yeah, you're talking to the lady, whatever.
Desk.
She didn't check my stuff.
Shout out the lady.
Yeah, shout out to her. I feel like they probably were a little bit more strict in Rome. Also, that airport was so freaking huge.
Oh my God. Packed.
And we didn't really have too much time in between our flights, like layover wise. So I'm
Which
glad
is
I
good.
did it in Palermo, and I would do it again. But seamless. It was so great. And then they have to stamp the form, and then you have to mail it in a special mailbox, which is outside of the airport. So that was that. And then Vito, we went to Zara, which I know we have a Zara here, but we also scanned the little, what is that thing called?
Barcode.
Yeah, the barcode to see
Their website.
Do they have this in the U.S. or whatever? And the price was significantly higher in the U.S. than in the store there as well. And this specific outfit or shirt that I basically forced Vito to get.
Which you did.
He's like, it's not his style, but I was like, dude, this with white shorts, that's the vibe. That's your outfit for Saturday night.
And it was. And my future wife-to-be liked the outfit, so...
Shout out.
Shout out to Toronto.
I love that. Love that.
Yeah, but... no, it turned out to be good, but in the moment, I was like, this is just not my style.
He's just like, this isn't my style. And, he's not the spontaneous type of person.
We just established that,
and I think that we talked about this on a prior episode that
probably.
I was on, where I said you need to challenge yourself to do, like, different things.
Right.
Devi crescere.
Yeah, grow up, right?
Dude,
all right.
grow up. Like, take chances. That's what take chances,
Moral of the story, honey, buy that bag. You're going to a luxury store, buy it. You'll deal with it later, but you're getting a good price. In my experience, we went to Kappa, Roba de Kappa, which you call here Kappa. One T-shirt here, $90.
When you're buying it here, it's $90.
$90 in America.
But it's made in Italy.
We bought 6 items, €100.
What?
I can't.
What a deal!
That's bang for your buck right there.
So he's basically never buying Kappa unless we're in Italy.
True indeed. Next time I go, I'll buy more. Mm-hmm. But I'm not doing it here. It just doesn't make any sense. So, shopping
also,
is great.
Another thing is we went in August, so you get the end of summer sales.
She kept saying that. Saldi. S-A-L-D-I. Yep. Another one was, do you seek out specific food? Mm-hmm. 98% of the people said yeah. I think that one was no-brainer.
I think everyone, when you're traveling, you're looking up like, what restaurant do I eat at?
Right. What is this country known for? Mm-hmm. Something like that. You go out to the Caribbean, you want some jerk chicken. Something like that.
Is that?
That's from personal experience. I went to Dominican Republic. They were telling me, oh, you got to have the jerk chicken. And I was like, okay.
Oh, okay.
And I tried it. It was good.
Whatever the locals tell you to do.
Right.
So for me...
Yeah.
My main goal,
Tell them.
Even before the trip, I'm going to have gelato every single day. F this RD, MS, RD, LDN. F my credentials. But I'm like, I'm in Italy. I'm going to have gelato every single day. And especially if it comes in a crepe, even better. And I think there was just 2 days we didn't get gelato.
Yeah. And I'm pretty sure those 2 days, didn't we have like... water ice or something like the what are they called?
Granita, yeah. So I guess that counts because that shit was good too.
Yeah, it was good. It was good. You got to put water in it because it was too sweet.
Too sweet for me.
That was the day we didn't have.
That was Favagnana day. Oh my god. But yeah, there were a few days where instead of lunch we had gelato.
Okay. This was a good question. How do you like to get around? There was no right answer. Rent a car, walk, or public transportation. So I want to ask that question because driving in Italy is an Olympic sport. Everybody is in a rush. Nobody has like the regular rules and regulations.
There are no laws. I think the cops they're not looking to pull people over. I think there's bigger fish to fry.
There's definitely bigger fish to fry, especially where we're at. There's a lot of fish.
Yeah, there's a lot of fish to fry. But
I think if you're speeding at a crazy rate, they'll pull you over.
It's probably more accidents that happen than but
stuff like
speed limits. What are those? Stop signs? There
what
are
are those?
None. You just beep. Or flash your lights if it's nighttime to make sure that people know that you're coming through.
Right. Other than that, and people pass people.
There's no stop
at a regular
signs.
rate.
Yeah. You can just cross over and pass the person in front of you if they're driving too slow.
You know what I noticed that they were doing too? So if you're driving pretty fast and the guy in front of you isn't driving fast, you flash him with your headlights, he just moves over a lane and you just go straight. So it's driving is really just so...
Why? That happens here too, or have you never done that before?
I've never flashed anyone saying, get out of my way, I want to go faster.
He doesn't drive on the highways too much.
I do drive on the highways, but it's etiquette to you want to take your time. I'm not going to ram through you.
Oh, but people flash their lights.
See, I don't do that, and I don't have that
White
done to
peaches.
me. Fuck you. All right? Fuck you.
I'm never gonna let this down for you.
Good.
But really, you need to drive on 95.
I drive on 95.
Not often.
I don't have people flash me. Now you're saying that I don't
So you
drive
drive fast? That's what you're saying.
No.
You ride people's asses on the
No.
highways?
No.
He's part of the problem.
No. I never flash anyone to say, get out of my way. I want to go faster. Oh, it's one thing that I
But
had to
that's
get
the
accustomed
thing.
to is that
I
they
think
do.
that's universal.
they have
Flash
to-
your lights to get the out
All
of
right.
the way.
Well, they do kilometers per hour. So, like, I looked over at the speedometer at one point, and we're going 140 kilometers an hour. And I'm like, how fast are we going? I go to Google, and it was only like 92 or 93. I was like, oh.
That's still fast.
It is still fast, but seeing 140 come up, I was like, how what are we going, like 115, 130? No.
Well, I feel
like,
like, listen, if you're concerned about the planet and you want to do your part and
Oh, good point.
recycle
Yep.
and like walk places and whatever, it doesn't matter what you're doing to save the planet. As long as Sicily is existing, we're never going to save the planet.
Plastic on plastic on
Everybody
plastic.
drives cars. So even if your destination is like walking distance, they get in the car and they drive there.
Right.
Like me and my brother walked to a few places just because we were like, well, we can walk, so
Right.
let's do it. Otherwise,
They're
everyone
driving.
else would be driving. So
And they all have diesel cars.
Air-
Most of the cars are diesel.
air pollution, big issue in Sicily.
For sure.
So
And on top
that's
of that,
one thing. Then the plastic. I'm talking 2-liter bottles of
Plastic.
water. Plastic. Everything is plastic. Then they're drinking in plastic cups.
Cups.
Everything is disposable.
plastic plates most of the time.
Everything is disposable, and
Yep.
it's just plastic on plastic on plastic.
So you keep doing your best to try
that
to save
little
the planet.
thing that you're trying to do, I assure you, it's not enough.
The motherland is not. Yeah, the motherland don't
Sicily
care.
is driving us straight through the ground.
For
Is that
real.
what the phrase is? Straight through the ground.
I think so. If it isn't today, it is. You know what I mean?
I'm not like Confucius, so
Good. Look at you knowing who Confucius is. I'm the
So, yeah.
king of useless facts, and like I'll say a random one, and you'll be like, "I knew you knew something like that," or you said something. I can't remember what I said. I think it might have been about the evils of Lucy. You're like, you would know something like that. You said something like that. I was like, I mean, I just. Oh no, it was.
weird phrase.
You can't turn your back to people. It's considered rude. Like if we just start talking, I turn my back to you.
Yeah.
Because at one restaurant we went to, it said "Scusa de la schiena" or something like "excuse my back, part my back."
Yeah, if he knew what shoulders meant, he would say that.
Your back is schiena.
That's not what the word was. I don't remember what it was. Anyway, this was the first few days of our trip. Me correcting his Italian and me not speaking any Italian at all.
Right.
I would just be like a mute, and I'd be like, "That's wrong. You're saying it as a feminine." And
I'd
you're
be
a
like, "Well,
man."
why don't you just try to say something?" And then it'd be silence. I'm just listening.
I had to grow some confidence before I started speaking.
Yeah, well, you miss 100% of the shots you don't take. So, like, I'm trying my best.
Oh, Cuparo.
It was great. I thought I did fairly well. I thought you did fairly well. None of them know how to speak English.
Yeah.
So, fuck them. I'm just kidding.
No, we love you guys.
Shout out to everyone. Shout out to Lucia one time. She deserves a quick little shout out.
She's
The best tour guide.
We love you so much.
Yes. Literally a piece of my heart.
Literally.
They were calling everybody Vita or V.
Ve.
Yeah, and I
Ve.
kept turning around like,
Ve.
what? And they're always talking to their significant other.
So vita in Italian means life. They
Yeah.
always say like vita mia, like my life.
Right, and they're
And
talking
that's
to
like-
their partners.
That's how like you would be like babe.
Yeah.
It would be like vita, but then they make it even shorter by
Ve.
saying ve.
And I would be
which
like,
is like
what?
how I call my brother is like ve, and he
Yeah.
calls me Faye.
Yeah. So, and then they'd be like, I'd be like, you're talking to your fucking girlfriend. Sorry. One thing I don't like, public display of affection in Sicily, over the top.
The PSA was
PDA or
PDA.
PSA, public service announcement. It's over the top. They're always on top of their significant other,
Listen,
kissing
and by
them.
the age of 18, if you haven't found your future husband or wife, you're screwed.
Yeah, bro, shit.
You're screwed. Every person Vito met and then was like, oh, she's cute. They're like, oh, she's accounted for. What
Great.
the?
I'm like, great. And
As-
it's
in the
not even
words of-
like
in the words of Lucia, what the heck?
what the heck? Oh, for real. But it's not. It's like they're
the
probably
heck?
not gonna break up with that person.
Yeah.
So it's like,
Well, they're already
damn.
planning their wedding from 2 years from now.
Right. It's a different way of living. Everything they do is like different. The way they go about certain things, different.
Just very traditional,
Right.
which I feel like in the U.S. we've lost traditional.
Tipping frowned upon. Here, people live off tips. You know what I mean?
Yeah, well,
Like, people really live off tips. On a Saturday night, they're like, oh, I made like $80 in tips. And there, that guy didn't want to take the 2-coin tip you wanted to give him. But then you turned your back on him and left it there.
I did.
Right.
Then when I went up to get something else, he was like trying to give it to me for free. And I was like, no, I'm going to pay for it.
Right.
So they appreciate it, but
Yeah.
it's just not expected. I'm sure they love when Americans visit because we're just tipping the shit out of them.
I want to end with Ferragosto, which is like a day of celebration in all of Italy. But specifically Sicily, it's like they go over the top. And this day we went to Lucia's, basically fiance's family's house. Shout out to Antonino. Shout out to all the Federicos. That's their last name. Every one of them, very welcoming, very nice people. So we go over there. We eat a lot of food. Great food.
Tons of food. I mean, pizza.
Over the top, right.
mean,
Over the top. But everyone, it doesn't go to waste. Everybody's eating everything.
yeah.
So it gets closer to midnight. Oh, so we're singing, we're dancing, we're having a great time.
Well, we were told, bring your bathing suits. And I'm like, I'm not putting
Yeah.
my bathing suit on. And my cousin was like, put your bathing suit on under your clothes.
Right. And then
And you should bring a change of clothes. And I'm like, what?
For what? Yeah, what's going on? Then they were like, you're going to get wet
So
at
as
midnight.
we're getting closer to midnight, we're like, what the heck is going on?
Right.
And people start disappearing.
Right. All the boys disappeared. And we're like,
And they're
oh
like,
no.
at midnight. At 11:56,
Yeah.
a bucket of water drops from the
third
third
floor.
floor. Like third floor balcony on top of like not the actual bucket. It gets
water.
poured
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
onto somebody's head from the third floor balcony.
Boom.
And we're like,
Drenched.
oh my God, it started. Then someone took out the hose and starts spraying everybody.
Right.
And I'm like in this little like outdoor kitchen type thing. But I'm like hiding in a corner and I'm just being sprayed from the back. And I'm like, when does this stop? I'm like, get me out of here. Also, I had a phone that was charging in my hand and I'm like,
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
going to
yeah.
get electrocuted right now. So I like quickly unplugged the phone and I'm like,
Was this before or after I got wet?
I was wet already when you were in the bathroom.
Okay.
So Vito's safe, right? He's in the bathroom. As soon as he got out, the guy who hosed me down was waiting for
me
him
to open the door.
and just hosed
In my face. Right. Boom.
Yeah, he didn't have a second. So I come in.
Good thing
and
I don't have my phone on me.
Yeah, right. That you didn't have it.
Yeah, I didn't.
Yeah, I
have
don't
it.
even know where we put our stuff. They
Because
collected them, right?
Right. They were making sure everything was like proper, but I had to go to the bathroom. I wasn't like trying to take refuge in the bathroom. But as soon as I opened the sliding door, he was right
Yeah,
there
so
with the
he's
hose.
like this old man.
Right.
Like had to be in his 60s
For
or something.
sure.
But so he's spraying Vito, and I'm like, I gotta get in here and save my brother. So I somehow maneuver myself onto the hose and turn the hose to spray the guy. So now it's like facing him and spraying him, and he's like so pissed because he thought he was gonna he's in charge of the hose, right? He wasn't
Right.
gonna get wet.
Nope. The Americans
Listen
are
here, the Americans are here. Exactly. Yes. So
we ride together. We
We
die
die-
together. Bad boys for life.
yes. Oh my gosh. So yeah. So we double teamed that guy, and so then he was soaked.
So
But
yeah, you were
it was
soaked. I was soaked. It was fun.
It was fun. Just like the buckets of water being poured from the top. Like no one was safe.
Right.
They were with the hose. Like it
Everybody
was
got wet. Like all the younger / old.
so much fun.
The really
I guess
old
it's
people.
like. Well, what was explained to me there is that Ferragosto is like to celebrate the end of summer. But then there is like some other, like the
Yeah.
actual traditional.
Emperor Augustus.
It's kind of like Labor Day, Memorial Day, right? Memorial Day is
True.
the start of summer,
Right.
But it's actually really for the troops,
Right.
you know?
Yep.
Same thing with Labor Day coming
yeah.
up. Like,
Right.
it's actually the end of summer celebration, but it is to memorize. I mean, commemorate,
Remember.
recognize.
Recognize. Memorize.
What's the
Hypnotize. The troops.
whatever? No disrespect to.
Shout out to anybody who serves in any branch. Because
No disrespect to
you're the
anyone
best.
in the military. We love you. We appreciate you. We thank you for your service and
That's right.
contribution to our country.
So it's a big day. A big celebration day.
There's something about water
you're
and
supposed
good
to
luck
get
or
drenched in
something.
water.
So like a lot of people celebrate it on the beaches, and at midnight you're supposed to jump into the water.
Right.
But yeah, so we were at someone's house, and so what they did was like the hose and the
buckets
buckets
of
of water. So
Next day, we're back at the same house, and they said, bring your bathing suit again. And I'm like, why? We did the thing yesterday. They're like, oh, we know, but we're going to do it again tonight. And I didn't want to get wet.
I was over it. I mean,
Right.
not that I was over it, but I was like, yeah, that was fun yesterday.
Right,
But like,
yesterday.
I don't want to do
So,
it.
like, I didn't change. And then I was told, like, no, listen, this is going to happen. Like, in the next half hour, you should really change. And I'm like, I'm not getting this nice outfit that I came in wet. So, whatever. Give me
Plus,
the
it
bathing
was, like-
suit. Oh, it was
you
so
did.
hot.
It was so hot that day.
Yeah, I changed into a bathing suit.
Oh, you did.
Yeah,
Did you
Anthony-
get wet?
Yeah, I got poured on.
Oh, you did.
Mm-hmm.
I was inside. They told me go inside
It's
and
safe.
go inside. It's safe. And then they told me go sit next to the grandmom because nobody's gonna spray her.
And what did they do?
They poured. I think
They
poured
brought
a
the
bottle of
hose
water.
inside and sprayed down everybody
Everybody
inside.
inside. I did not get hit because I was close to Nonna.
Yeah.
So
It was reckless.
it was crazy.
That was crazy. And then nobody was mad. There's so much water in this house. There's so much water in this part.
My aunt was like, they definitely sprayed the hose so they can clean the inside, like the floors, like mop the floors inside.
It was so funny.
But-
It was funny, but that day was very hot, so it kind of felt nice to be wet.
Yeah.
Like
So
that.
this was like part of the reason why we went. Usually,
went.
if we go, it's like towards the end of August. But we
August
went
15th is it?
We went
Ferragosto?
specifically before Ferragosto to go and celebrate and see what it's like, and it was definitely a lot of fun. And I guess like the celebration just continues, or just people, the lifestyle there is so different. Like my boyfriend asked me like what.
Why'd you whisper that like that?
Guys, I don't know. I never
say
announced
with your chest.
this. Okay, my boyfriend asked me, like, do people have neighbors there? Because how are they just like partying
Yeah, nobody cares.
on a Tuesday so loud with the music, karaoke, like what's going on over there? So I just think responsibility is much lower than what. Like, we are working our asses off in America, which is so silly. Like, why are we doing this?
Right.
And they're just like they're
Fun.
just like living their lives.
Right.
Like, actually enjoying them.
They're very content.
Yeah.
They live in a paradise.
Yeah. they
Everybody
do.
wants to take a trip to Italy. Doesn't matter if you live in Asia, you live in South America, or in America. Like, we should go to Italy and blah, blah, blah. You know what I
thought
mean?
you were telling me. I thought you were saying
No,
to me, like, we should go to Italy. And I'm like,
We just went. No, I'm saying
like tomorrow?
No, well, yeah.
Like next summer?
I'm saying that, like, people
Yeah.
always
No,
want
I
to go to
got
Italy.
you.
So, like, they're
It's on
happy.
everyone's bucket list,
They're happy.
typically. Yeah.
They're
Yeah.
happy.
No, it's great. It was definitely a great experience. We had a great time seeing all of our cousins. We saw
Everybody that we needed to go see, we saw.
aunts, uncles. Yeah, there was one cousin that I wish I saw, but
She was busy.
I don't think she knew that we were there. Her sister called her, but she
Yeah.
never told her that we were there. And it was like maybe it was Wednesday when I messaged her and said, I'm here. We leave tomorrow. I wish
to see you. Right.
Yeah, I
Well,
wish
we'll see her next
we would
time.
have been able to see each other, but yeah.
Um,
But yeah, I mean, great time. We got to see all of our cousins, spend some quality time with them, and
leaving them is always the worst.
yeah.
And in that airport,
I never cried in the airport before, but I cried like a baby.
I cried too. Those hugs goodbye, where it's like,
yeah. And then everyone
not
was
gonna
like watching us. I'm like, can you just give me my privacy?
yeah, right. You see my mascara running down my face.
Yeah.
Hear about it. They were
You wear
obsessing.
mascara?
Yeah, me too. Oh, you asked me. You asked me if I wear mascara.
You wear mascara? Question mark? Yeah, me too.
Yeah. Yeah, no, thank you. They would love how white our teeth were, and that was hyping me up.
Hyping me up.
And
like,
Phyllis
how
kept
did you
saying-
guys get these teeth so white? And I'm like, I think my teeth are yellow.
Yeah, Phyllis is stupid, but she kept saying we don't smoke cigarettes, and that was like our big premise. Like, why
Yeah,
our
like,
teeth look like this?
we
We don't
don't
smoke
smoke
cigarettes, you
cigarettes.
nasty motherfuckers.
Yeah. Also, I drink coffee with a straw, so
I don't. And they were telling me, you'd say my teeth are whiter than yours.
I do think they are. Don't you think they are?
Yeah, they are.
Fuck you.
They would talk about my eyelashes. I would take my glasses off. I'd be like, "Sid Jaluso."
Are you jealous?
Real shit. The last thing, like, yes, it is a paradise to go there, but the travel there is not for the faint of heart. The travel there, maybe not so bad because you're anxious. You're very eager to get there. Travel back to reality.
I also think somehow
Oof.
it is shorter. It is shorter to get there because you're going through a future time zone. I don't know how this happens, but it is shorter to
right.
get to Rome and then Palermo.
They're 6 hours ahead. So we were going with the time. So when we were coming back, we left Rome at 3 p.m. We got back to America in New York.
So it's still the
at
same
7:30.
freaking day.
She was saying it's only going to be a 4-hour flight.
No, I was kidding there.
Yeah,
but,
kidding.
So our flight from Rome
It was
to
9.5
JFK
hours.
was, almost 10 hours.
Yeah.
Um,
Which on
and
the
then
way
we were
there,
delayed an hour
that was
to get
brutal.
home because someone got sick on the plane and they had to get the whole family off the plane and their luggage. So it took an
brutal.
entire hour.
Yeah.
But so that was already long. And I always get sick on the flight home because it's much longer and I hate to pee on the airplane. So I think
It's
I'm
brutal.
like,
Do you squat or do you?
I'm so short. Yes, I squat. I'm not
just
touching.
asking.
I'm not touching that seat. Are
I don't
you
know
crazy?
how women work, you know?
Remember that episode with Dina
Yeah, when she stood up on
where
the chair.
she's like holding herself up? That's basically what it's like. But on the airplane, you're literally like, make sure your underwear doesn't touch the toilet seat.
Right.
And yes, I'm like, yeah.
I would say
disgusting.
there was
But you're like dehydrated, headache,
Yeah.
you're nauseous.
couldn't sleep for
You're
shit.
like uncomfortable with these seats, and then you're just like praying.
PSA: if your baby is under 4 years old,
Give them some Benadryl.
don't bring them. How about that? You're saying give them Benadryl. Don't bring them. Because they're going to be tossing and turning and screaming and crying. And I'm going to contemplate getting up and strangling your kid.
Oh my god! He's kidding. That was a joke. He loves children. He would never do that.
No, that was definitely a joke.
Oh my gosh! Psychopath.
definitely-
We have a psychopath on our hands.
No, it was definitely a joke. But you slept a lot on the way back. Miss Drools a lot. But,
Oh my gosh, this freaking guy. Let me tell you this. I finally get a deep sleep. I'm drooling, okay?
She's like the...
Drooling, and he wakes me up. He shakes me. And I'm like, what? And he's like, oh, we have an hour left.
No. I said, we're about to land. And then when I clicked out of my whatever I was watching on my screen...
What kind of fucking joke was that?
No, listen. I took like a 10-minute nap at this point, and the lights were off. And then when I came to, the lights were on. So I'm like, oh, we're going to land soon. We had an hour left.
What a jerk.
So I
Did you
should have let her
believe that?
sleep, but I didn't know. All right, I didn't know.
I was like, drooling.
Yep.
Oh my God, my face was wet.
She was in her deepest dreams.
I
couldn't-
was so agitated once he woke me up
I
and
couldn't
told me,
sleep.
oh, we have an hour left.
It was an
My
hour.
bad.
It was an hour and 7 minutes.
Can you blame me for being poking the bear?
Some good movies though. I watched Ace Ventura twice. Shout out to Jim Carrey. What a great movie. On the way there,
we
on the way
literally
back.
pressed play at the same time so we can watch it together.
Yeah, it's a classic. Courtney Cox in that movie, smoke show. I watched The Dark Knight with Heath Ledger.
Yep.
Super Mario Brothers.
Wow, was it good?
I was hating on that movie when it came out because I was like, it's not the real Mario guy. It's Chris Pratt. I don't care.
Yeah.
I watched it. It was a good movie.
Really?
Yeah,
I contemplated watching it, but I didn't.
it was a good movie. It's
On the
cute.
way there, I decided I was going to do all crying movies. So
I look over it and she's like, it's like we're on our way to a funeral. She is crying her
oh
eyes
my
out.
God. Yeah. And our plane took off at 9 p.m. on Friday night from JFK. And so it's like 3 a.m. I'm watching P.S. I Love You, crying hysterically. And then after that, I watch A Star is Born, crying hysterically. I'm like, just don't look at me. Just like, let me live. And then by the time I was done watching all these movies, it's like 6 a.m. and we're about to
And she's crying her eyes out.
we're about to land. And the lady's coming around asking if we want coffee or water. And I'm like,
I want a tissue. No, great movies though. That helped a lot. But still, no matter what, you're uncomfortable unless you're in first class.
maybe you should take a Benadryl so you can sleep.
Maybe.
A Scooby snack or something.
A Scooby snack.
But yeah, shout out to all of our family. We
Yeah.
really appreciate you hosting us,
Yes.
you taking us out, you coming to see us, you genuinely embracing us and welcoming us. That's special. We'll never forget it.
Right, means a lot.
And we can't wait to see you possibly next year.
Right.
Hopefully next year.
I always extend the invitation. Like, you want to come to America, you can stay here. But what are we doing? I'm going to show you the White House and fucking...
I'm so sorry. I'm still jet lagged.
She doesn't want to be here. Just kidding. But yeah, I'll definitely recommend going to Sicily. If you have any questions, you can ask me.
Mm-hmm.
You can ask Dietitian Phyllis here. Go follow Dietitian Phyllis. Are you on Facebook as well with that same profile?
That would be Phyllis Loduca, MSRD LDN.
Too many letters. A, B, C, D, E, F, G.
But once you start writing Phyllis,
It'll come up.
and yeah, then Dietitian Phyllis on Instagram.
Subscribe to YouTube. It would mean a lot. Shout out to anybody who
Vibrations
watched.
with Vito on YouTube,
Yeah.
Spotify,
Vibrazione con Vito.
iTunes, Apple Podcasts, whatever it's called. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, review, subscribe, share. Like, review, subscribe, share.
Share.
Like, review, subscribe,
Share.
share.
Ciao, ragazzi. Boom. Let's take this picture.
Alle prossimo!
L'anno scorso. It means last year. She'll never remember it.
Never remember it.